super excited to be doing this and going back into this YouTube journey. And today, just bringing up my notes here, super excited just to share this information with you because what I've noticed, especially with me taking on clients now, is a pattern. Um, and I keep having these visions and what feels like these callings to just reach a larger crowd. So what I've done is like compiled information that I'm getting through my one-on-ones and want to extend sessions to everyone. So today um, is the day that I'm deciding to do it. So I'm excited. One thing I wanted to really speak on today is the fact that, friend, you do not lack power. Starting just there alone, it's not that you don't have the power, it's the disconnection that we have from the power that actually lives within you. So it's that disconnection from where your power actually lives, right? And the moment that we reconnect to our bodies, everything literally shifts. And I'm talking your confidence, I'm talking the way you make decisions, I'm talking your emotions, your presence. Once it all aligns together, your world shifts night and day. So, what do I mean by disconnection from your body? I don't just mean a physical disconnection, right? I'm meaning emotionally, energetically, internally. Those three things become misaligned. And so, therefore, the connection becomes off. So you may look like you have it all together. And sometimes we see other people because, we get to comparing, right? We can see somebody and we can say they got the car, they have the house, the finances, all of these things that are material and on the outside of us that makes us look or make other people look like they have it put together. You could be doing all the work. You're doing the self help, you're journaling, you're going to church, you're reading your Bible, you're doing whatever you feel like is the work. You're working out in the morning, you're stretching, you're doing all the things, right? And you're saying all the affirmations. You're saying all the affirmations, you're doing all the mantras, but something still isn't landing. Something still isn't feeling right in your body. That is what I mean by a disconnection. That is how you know that there is a disconnection within yourself because you look the part, right? Your resume is booming. However, your body, your energy, your presence tells a different story. So I didn't even think about it, but for those of you who do not know me, and this is your first time, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my corner. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. I don't know if I want to bring that back yet. But we'll see. I am your friend, Shalom Unique, and I come from a background in psychology and dance. And I've been on my mental health research and journey for over 10 years. I've been a professional dancer for 15 plus years as well. Um, and I realized over time that understanding myself mentally, like in the psychology field, just wasn't enough. So I took on psychology to learn the mind and learn the reason why people do the things that they do. So to learn the mental aspect of yourself and people. And then what naturally occurred over time is being introduced to dance and viewing dance in a way that assists in that understanding of the mind and the body. And naturally, the spirit realm always just enters. Spirit is everywhere, okay? It's always the three. I don't care what nobody else says. um, so yeah, I've added movement into my journey and it became a thing that honestly changed everything about me and the way I present. Um, because for one, I was used to performance language and I was someone that was used to people pleasing, just to be honest. But as a way to process and release and reconnect, I did not have the knowledge that I do now to teach those things. So, this is why it's just so important for me to be doing this type of work because just the transformation that I've seen in my own life and the transformation that I've been seeing in a lot of my clients' life is been so unreal. Like I can't even describe it. Um, Literally life changing work, and it's just time that it gets out there. And I think that I've been one to be waiting for other people to speak up, or oh, it's not my lane, it's not for me to speak on. Um, but that's not true. So I'm just so happy to be actually doing this and putting this information out there because all of us deserve a life of peace and connecting and understanding power. You know what I mean? So today I'm going to walk you through why you've been feeling disconnected and what it actually looks like in real life to find connection. Also, how to start reconnecting in a way that you feel safe and grounded, and how to do that immediately. So, before we go deeper, if you are watching and in the chat, I want you to type ready if you're open to experiencing something different today. I want you to type ready or I'm all set. Let's go. I just want to see you. Like I get so excited when there are people on live with me because it's like, hey friend, we're in this corner together. Um, and we're backing each other up. So let me see you type ready in the chat if you are ready to continue. Excellent. I see the readies. Hey, friend. All right. So I want you to do like a quick check in with yourself for a second, because this connection doesn't always look obvious, right? It doesn't always, appear as the girl that in the corner, shy. Like that's I want you to throw the idea of someone who is not confident in what that looks like out of the window. It shows up in subtle ways that most people don't even realize um, are connected. So, understanding what disconnection looks like in your body, the awareness of it is so important. So, you might constantly be in your head thinking, analyzing, and replaying everything. I do this often. I noticed it when I would make a to do list early in the morning. First thing I do is make my to do list, and I would find myself becoming mentally exhausted because throughout the day, I'm continuously cycling through my to do list and what I need to do after I finish this, then what? Then what? Then what? It was like didn't want to forget. So I'm continuously just rehearsing it in my head. It may look like a feeling that you want to feel soft, but your body stays tense or grounded. I mean, your body stays tense or guarded. So this comes up in a way where it's like, let's say you're watching TV and you want to relax, but you are literally feeling unsettled. Like you never can just feel at ease in your body or in your mind. You've done the healing work, but certain things still trigger you. So you've read the books, you've done the journaling, you've done the praying, you've done all the things, but there are still things that trigger you. Somebody can say something and you ready to pop off. You see somebody and all of a sudden all the emotions keep come flooding back. Somebody cuts you off while you're talking and now all of a sudden you're enraged. You don't fully feel present, even in moments that should feel good. Another thing that you might notice is you feel like you're performing confidence instead of actually feeling it. So be honest. Which one is hitting you? Let me go back over it. You might notice that you're consistently in your head, thinking, analyzing, and replaying everything. You want to feel safe, but your body stays tense or guarded. Or you've done the healing work, but certain things still trigger you. You don't feel um, fully present, even in moments that should feel good. Or you feel like you're performing confidence instead of actually feeling it. So either type one in the chat if you're an overthinker, two if you are guarded, three in the chat if you are constantly triggered, or for disconnected, and then last five for performing. So let me see. Type either one, two, three, four, or five to let me know where you are. Ones. So one, you constantly are in your head thinking, analyzing, replaying everything. That was me for sure. Fours, four fours. Yes, disconnected. We have a few fives. Guarded, two. Yes. So now here's where most people get it wrong. Oftentimes we think I need to be more disciplined, right? We think I need to try harder. I need to stay consistent. But the truth is, you don't have to become more of anything in this process. The truth is, you don't have a discipline problem. You have a disconnection problem. So it doesn't lie in putting more on your plate. It doesn't lie in you not being good enough. It's literally something between your mind, something between your body and your energy and your spirit is not connecting. Because when you're disconnected from your body, everything feels harder than it needs to be. So let me break this down in a way that's going to click for some of you. There are three places where disconnection happens. So the number one place is the mind. This is for the overthinkers. So you tend to overthink instead of feeling. This is for a lot of people who feel like they are sitting on the logical side of life. This is when you live in your head. You try to figure yourself out instead of experiencing yourself. You want to define yourself. You want to put yourself in a category, in a box, so that it becomes easier for other people to understand you. You analyze your emotions instead of actually processing them. And then you know what to do, but you don't feel any different. You're doing everything by the book. You've read all the novels and you did all the journal prompts and you're doing everything that you see everyone else is doing, but somehow you don't feel any different. Why is this happening? Because your body doesn't feel safe. So your mind is taking control. That's how powerful the brain is. It's continuously working. The body can shut down, but the brain can, even when you're sleeping, the brain is continuously in go mode, processing, analyzing. So, because your body does not feel safe, that sends a signal to your brain that something is wrong and it needs to take action. So, the brain end up taking control. The second way or place where disconnection happen is in the body. So this is with the stored tension and emotion. So there's been a lot of talk about how we hold trauma and stress in our hips. But that is not the only place that it shows up. It shows up in many different forms. However, your body is holding everything you haven't released, okay? So stress sits in your shoulders as well. So this is when we see this. Oftentimes when we are stressed out, when it's a sticky situation or we're feeling guarded, we bring our shoulders up. When we feel like we have to be like big and seen, this is where a lot of the tension sits. Anxiety sits in your chest. So you be feeling heavy in the chest. Oh, when I used to have anxiety attacks, it used to feel like literally something was on my chest. And people will always be like, oh, it's gas. Oh, you have gas. Oh, you have to burp. No, I took the Tums. I had the carbonated beverage. It was anxiety sitting on my chest. Emotions sit in your hips and your stomach. And when you're carrying these things, most times you do not even realize where it is sitting in your body. So it's not just in the hips. Again, the stress sits in your shoulders and your back. You have upper back pain, neck feels stiff, shoulders are tight, stress. Anxiety sits in the chest. You're sinking in, trying to protect your heart, trying to protect yourself from, just the experience of the world. Emotions that you do not want to release sits in that lower stomach, that pouch you've been trying to get rid of for years and you don't know how. It's in the guts. Um, you have hard bowel movements or you don't have bowel movements. They're irregular. It sits in the hips. So just things to think about. Going back over it. So we talked about the mind being a place where disconnection happens. And then we just finished talking about the body being a place where disconnection happens. Moving on to the third area, and that's in expression. So blocked release. So this is the part no one teaches. And when I say no one, I mean no one. I have been doing this work for a very long time and I've come across just a few people I can count on my hand that teaches um, disconnection in expression. So you don't let things move through you. This is someone who suppresses instead of expresses. Someone who is so emotionally stuck, they keep repeating the cycle to stay stuck. So, this is the people who are addicted to like chaos, who are addicted to stress, who are maybe in bad situations and they spend their whole life getting out of it, but then look up and see that they're back in that same situation, just a different person or in a different form. So just reconnecting um, and going over the three places where disconnection happens. One, the mind. This is the overthinking instead of feeling. to the body. So this is where your tension is stored and your emotions are stored. And then the third is expression. So this is a blocked release. So this is why confidence feels inconsistent, because confidence isn't just a mindset, it's a state your body has to feel safe holding. So you can't think your way into confidence. So you can't think your way out of any of the disconnections that we just spoke about. We can't overthink when we are disconnected in our mind. We can't think our body into to releasing stored tension and emotions. We can't just think our expression into being able to release, right? You don't think your way into confidence. You have to move your way into it. It's about action, literally moving your body into being confident, trusting yourself, and allowing yourself to hold space for your body to feel safe. So, I don't want you to walk away with this thinking like, oh, all I gotta do is twerk in a mirror. That's great. That's beautiful. Sometimes I see a lot of things that's on social media that just reduces it down to, oh, I just need to do some hip stretches. Like, I want you to understand this, to start shifting for your mind. Instead of asking, why do I feel like this? Start asking, where do I feel this in my body? So instead of me being like, oh, I am stressed out, I'll ask myself, where do I feel stressed in my body? Like, where is the feeling of stress being? Sometimes I can feel it in my back, my lower back, my neck, hips, of course. For the body, instead of asking, um, why I don't have good knees anymore, ask yourself, what am I holding in my body that's causing my knees to feel unstable? Now, for some of us, it could be weight, but what is that weight holding on to? Hmm? How are we gaining the weight? Is it overeating? Are we trying to suppress a emotion? Are we feeling down about something and we turn to food as comfort? It's like once you start asking yourself the right questions, then you can start getting to the root. So for the body, start noticing your tension daily. Are you noticing tensions in your shoulders? Are you noticing tension in your jaw, in your chest, in your feet, in your ankles, in your hands? And then for expression, give your body permission to move without trying to look good. That's where the release actually happens. Right now, where do you feel the most tension in your body? I want to know. Put it in the chat right now. Where are you feeling tension in your body? For me, right now, I'm feeling it in my lower back. And it could be because I'm sitting slouched in my chair, but I feel a lot of tension in my shoulders and my neck. Um, and that's outside of just the way I sleep. Like we're thinking so much deeper than this. Where are you feeling tension right now? I do want to know. So type it in the chat. Where are you feeling tension? Where are you feeling tension? Shoulders, back, neck, shoulders, neck. Yes. A lot of shoulders, a lot of neck tension. So I want you to sit comfortably. I want to do a small activity. So I want you to go ahead and sit comfortably, close your eyes if you feel safe to do so, and then take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. So we're going to breathe in and we're going to lift the shoulders up as we breathe in for 4. And we're going to exhale for 6 and roll the shoulders back. Let's do that again. Inhale for 4, lifting the shoulders. Exhale for 6, rolling the shoulders back. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, in this moment, I want you to bring your awareness to the areas that you named. So, if you said your shoulders, bring your awareness to your shoulders. If you said your neck, bring awareness to your neck, your lower back, your hips, wherever you said that you were feeling stress. Then I want you to place your hand on that area. For me, that'll be my neck and shoulder area. And instead of just thinking about, ooh, this is stress, this is pain, we're just holding space for it, just noticing it, becoming aware of it. Now, I want you to gently start moving your body in whatever way feels normal. So, this can be a small sway, this can be some rolls, a subtle, shift. I like to do neck rolls. So, if I'm feeling it in my shoulder and neck area, sometimes I just like to do a few just natural neck rolls. You're feeling it in your lower back. Maybe you just do some sways. Feeling in your hips. I would do some hip rolls, shoulder rolls, just whatever feels like a natural movement in that area. Go ahead and take a few seconds to bring movement to those areas. And this is not to be performed. You're really listening to your body and letting your body respond. Now, I want you to slowly start coming back to a seated position. And even just in that time, your body is able to come to a much more relaxed state than what you started. And I know you feel it. Because I feel it every time I do it. And what you just experienced is what happens when you stop forcing and start to just listen. I want you to type shift in the chat if you felt a small change, even if you felt a small change. Excuse me. Type shift in the chat. And just in this moment right here, you are learning how to listen to your body and move through emotions. and actually feel different and not just ignore, but actually bring acknowledgement to those areas of your body where you have the tension. This is what changes everything. This is what made a drastic change for me personally. I didn't need more information. I noticed that I was doing all of the self help books. I was doing reading, writing, arithmetic, and I still just wasn't feeling a change in my body. I started to notice more stiffness. And what started the practice for me is just rolls. I'll be anywhere and I'll do a nice little back roll, body roll, reverse. I even throw in a head, neck, and I would instantly just feel so much better and so much lighter in that situation. Excuse me, my kombucha is giving me all type of burp vibes. So with that, I noticed that in addition to doing the work, mentally doing the work, spiritually doing the work, and now I'm drawing more attention to my body, I created what is now my movement journal. So I started creating small daily practices for myself. And this was like ways to check in, ways to move, ways to release. And I would just keep a list of things that was working for me. And over time, I developed my movement journal. So this isn't just like writing. So I wasn't just writing down how I was feeling, dear diary type. I was literally processing my emotions and reconnecting to the body and actually moving through what I've been holding on to. And that is when I started to notice a shift. What started to happen was I stopped waking up feeling heavy. I stopped not knowing why my body was in so much just pain and tension. I stopped overthinking every emotion, overthinking every action, because I could actually move through it. I didn't have to rehearse it in my mind 100 times because I was able to now regulate it, right? I started feeling more present in my body instead of stuck in my head. So I especially notice this in choreography. So when I'm in a class and I'm learning choreography, I would learn it in my head, but for whatever reason, wouldn't be able to translate the connection from what I'm seeing and knowing in my head to my body. Um, so I noticed that there was a huge disconnect there. Once I was able to start processing, once I was able to start to stop overthinking and allow thoughts and feelings to move through my body, the connection to my mind and body got stronger. And in results, I was literally able to be present in my thoughts, to be present in my processes and my strategy, and work together with my body, work together with my mind, work together with my spirit to show up. So over time, it's like I would say I became a woman who doesn't just understand myself, but a woman who can hold myself and hold my power. So if you've been feeling stuck in cycles, this gives you something to put it in and put in motion, and that is the movement journal. And the more you use it, the more you build a relationship with your body where it's actually feeling safe to be yourself. And that is the most important thing. And then for the women who gets it, or the women who's like, I just don't want this moment for, the 30-minute session. I want this to be an embodiment of who I am. I created Sacred Flow, Find Your Way Back. Just launched it not too long ago and super excited about it. And it is where we actually go deeper into embodiment and um, just give it more complexity. So, this is where you stop visiting your body and you actually live in your body. This is not about fixing yourself, friend, because there's nothing wrong with you. This is about becoming a woman who feels safe in her body, who feels safe expressing herself freely, a woman who moves through life with presence and power. So, a woman who doesn't shut down when emotion comes up, who doesn't abandon herself to be accepted, a woman who doesn't have to force confidence because it's naturally felt. That is what Sacred Flow was created for. This is literally the woman who walks into a room and she's there and everyone knows that she's there, right? She doesn't need to speak and she means what she says when she does speak. You know what I mean? She feels and she trusts what she feels. She trusts her body. This is where your softness becomes strength and your body becomes a place you actually want to be in. So, when that shifts take place, it doesn't just shift you, but it also shifts relationships. It also shifts your decisions. It also shifts your standards. And this is the identity work that a lot of women need to get moved through their body so that they can protect their power and their power grows from it. So I don't want you to leave today feeling like, oh, I'm inspired, right? I want you to understand this concept to a point that triggers awareness. So I want you to leave here today becoming more aware of what your body is trying to tell you. Um, Let me just check my notes to make sure. Yeah. Want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Hi, friend. Yeah. Thank you for coming, girl. Yeah. I think I hit on all my points today. And I just really want to leave on a note of, friend, you literally deserve to feel confident and connected consistently. Not just day to day, moment by moment, but on a consistent basis. That is your starting point to feel connected to your body. So if you are ready to reconnect to your body, to your power, and to yourself, please come join me. Either pick up a journal, come join me on a sacred flow lesson or call, or just come see me next time I post. It was so fun being here in this corner with you, friend, and I really appreciate your time. I will see you next time.